Welcome everyone to our Spokane T24 Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off so the panelists cannot see or hear you. And this is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions. And the presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at that same website where you registered. And so now I would like to turn it over to our first presenter for this hour, which is Boise State University.
All right, thank you so much. Let me go ahead, get my screen going. All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Austin Henderson. I'm your specific admissions counselor for Boise State. I also graduated from Boise State in May of 2018, so it wasn't that long ago. I was also a student. I'm really excited to be here with all of you today and share a little bit more about Boise State. You will notice that I have QR codes on all of my slides, so feel free during the presentation, pull out your smartphone, scan that. That will be a really great way to keep connected with Boise State. Make sure we can get you scholarship information, application information, and so forth. But with that being said, let's go ahead and dive into it. When I talk about Boise State, I often talk about the city of Boise because colleges exist everywhere. And so where are you going to live for that potential next 4 years of your life? Boise as a city is growing. I always like to say if there was a top 10 list for being on the most top 10 lists, Boise might have that. So some of the ones that I like to share is we're one of the safest places to live in America. We have one of the top 10 downtowns in America. And then Boise State specifically has among the top 3 universities for outdoor adventure. Boise, Idaho is the downtown capital city of Idaho. We have industries all around us. Because of that, we actually have one of the largest internship programs in the Pacific Northwest. We have a river that runs parallel to our campus, and we have a ski and snowboarding resort about 35 minutes north of us. So there's truly a lot going on here, and I know for me as a student, it created a lot of variety in my academic career, so something that I really appreciated. When thinking about colleges, I know one of the biggest things that I was thinking about was what does the academics look like at wherever I'm looking at? I'm happy to say that at Boise State, we're really dedicated to making sure that you have that individualized academic experience. Though we are the largest public college in Idaho, and we can offer you incredible opportunities like with the Capitol or with any industry leaders right around us, we still cap our classes. We have about an average class size of about 30 students to a professor, so you can really have that individualized academic experience. We do have 189 different majors and minors to choose from, so there's a lot there. I always like to share this chart here. This shows our 10 most popular majors chosen by our incoming class. So this one was from fall 2019. We're still working on the 2021. What's really fun about this chart is it changes every single year. So a new major might pop up, some of these might fall off, but what stays pretty consistent is that number 2 slot, so general undeclared. Those are students who understand the value of getting a college education, but they're just not quite certain what that perfect academic program is for them. So know that at Boise State, you can come in, take your first year to figure it out, or you can come in, know exactly what you want to do and hop right into that program. So whatever it is, we're there to support you. Now, I want to talk about our application process a little bit. Our application process is pretty straightforward and streamlined. You can find our application online at apply.boisestate.edu. We aren't requiring any letters of recommendation, any essays. It really is just some contact information and a little bit about you. And then there will be a $50 application fee. So once you finish your application, pay the $50, you'll submit it over to us. And then for fall of 2021, we will only be requiring your high school transcript to completely review your application. So we won't be requiring test scores for admissions purposes. So once you get that into us, we'll be able to, in about 2 to 3 weeks, get you an admissions decision. And of course, by applying to Boise State, you can be considered for some non-resident scholarships. So these are the 2 non-resident scholarships that we have here at Boise State. To get these, you have to be in an eligible major. So currently, the only major that is not eligible to receive these scholarships is our radiology program. Any other major, you can receive this. And so you'll see that you have to complete your application and get your transcript submitted to us by December 15th. And then whichever GPA requirement you meet, you would automatically get that scholarship. So really great ways to shave down some of that cost. Typically for non-residents, the tuition is about $25,000 for the entire year. So you can see that this cuts it down pretty dramatically for you. I want to talk about visiting campus. So we are doing some in-person visits right now. So we're doing daily campus visits Monday through Friday, 3 times a day. We are following safety and health guidelines. So we are ensuring that our groups are physically distancing, masks are being worn, but we're also doing a lot of virtual events as well. So please feel free to go to visit.boisestate.edu to check out other ways that you can stay connected with us. And then I want to leave you with my contact information. Like I mentioned, I am your specific admissions counselor. My whole job centers around helping you through the application process, anything about Boise State. So feel free to take a picture of this. You can always email me, shoot me a phone call. That QR code is specific to my Connect page. So feel free to scan that and you can sign up for an individual meeting for me. And then at 11 a.m. Pacific time, I'm doing an hour worth of meeting for all of you. So that Zoom code up there, that Zoom link, you can take a picture of that. And then at 11 a.m., feel free to hop in and I'm happy to meet with any of you. Thank you so much. And I look forward to chatting with some of you.
Thank you. And next up is Idaho State University.
Thank you so much. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Great. All right. My name is Lindsay Stevenson, and I am an admissions advisor for Idaho State University. For those who aren't familiar, Idaho State is located in the southeast corner of the state of Idaho. Our main campus is in Pocatello. I'm just really excited to have the opportunity today to chat with you about some of the different major choices we have for you and ways that you can visit us on campus. Those are very important. I know we don't have too much time to go through everything, so I really just want to highlight some of the great things to expect at Idaho State. We are a 4-year public institution, and sorry, 1 second, let me try to do this one more time. There we go. We are a 4-year public institution offering over 250 degrees and programs. You can see our different colleges broken up there on the screen, and I'm not going to bore you by going through all 250 degrees and programs, but we do have a very wide variety for our students. Most commonly, we're most well known in the state of Idaho for our Division of Health Science. Those are our pre-health, our nursing. We do offer over 75% of the state's health profession degrees. And so if that is something that interests you, we could be a great fit, but we do have other majors, common ones, accounting, business. In our College of Arts and Letters, you range from psychology to theater and art. So there are many, many different degrees and emphases for you at Idaho State. This is a beautiful aerial photo of our campus. This is our upper campus from the view of Red Hill, which is kind of a statement in Pocatello. But really what I want to highlight here, Pocatello is a hub for the outdoor lover. So if you like to hike and bike and rock climb, ski and snowboard, we are kind of on the north end of the Rocky Mountains. And it's a beautiful community where there are mountains surrounding, very, very quick to other places. Salt Lake City is very close. We've got ski resorts. You can just really kind of explore the different rivers and the beauty of Southeast Idaho. Pocatello as well is kind of a medium-sized community. We have just about 57,000 people in the city. And so we have a Costco, we have a movie theater, all those kind of things, but you will kind of get the small town community feel if that's something that you're looking for as well with where you choose to go to school. One thing to note about our campus as well, we've got about 12,000 students. We're a medium-sized campus, but our student to faculty ratio is a 14-to-1. So especially in kind of those upper division courses that you'll be taking for your major, you're going to find that you can connect very well with your faculty members, your peers. you know, all the time when you're walking around campus, you're going to see people you know, but also meet people from all around the country, all around the state, and all around the world. So it's a very exciting campus community. For those of us interested in activities, Idaho State is part of the NCAA Big Sky Division, Division I, athletics. This is a list of our programs. Our students are very involved. We have about 150 student clubs and organizations, you know, not including these sports teams as well. This is just kind of a fun way to get our students involved. We have a cheer team, a dance team, a marching band, a pep band. Really, if you have any interest, chances are you're going to meet people who also have that same interest as you. And so it's a really great way to connect. We love seeing our campus energy and all the students kind of getting involved and cheering each other on and just having a great investing time. Admission criteria, this one is very important. For the fall 2021, which is likely when you all will be applying, we have waived the SAT or ACT score requirement for admission. So we just need a 2.5 minimum GPA, and you can submit your application via isu.edu/apply. It's a pretty quick and easy application. I'm also available to help walk you through any of those steps. Our application for admission acts as our application for our scholarship. So for you all, since you come from the state of Washington, we do participate in the WUI, the Western Undergraduate Exchange, and that's just a way, kind of a tuition incentive to make costs just a little more approachable for you. So, for example, if you apply to Idaho State and you have a minimum 3.0, you could be awarded a WUI scholarship. And what that does is take not our out-of-state tuition, but you would be paying what our Idaho students pay times 1.5. So that has savings of over $11,000. You would be paying just about $11,000 per year as well, which just makes, like I said, it makes it more approachable. And we can always talk about other ways to get that cost down, as we at Idaho State welcome you to stack your scholarship. So we do have other opportunities via an online system that we call the Bengal Online Scholarship System. And again, I'm happy to help walk you through that. But this is just information about our WUI. And again, to repeat, the application for the WUI is the application for admission. And all of your materials will need to be turned in by February 15th of your senior year. Of course, visiting Idaho State is going to be probably the key way for you to figure out if Idaho State is a good option for you. I always encourage students to either chat with an admissions advisor, to view one of our virtual opportunities, which you can find at isu.edu/visit. I would love for you to set up a virtual appointment with me, and you can find my information, my booking link on that visit page. And then today, after the session that we're hosting right now, you hopefully got an email to join me in my personal Zoom meeting, and you can click that and we can chat a little bit further about any questions you have. But thank you all so much. Hope to see you soon.
Fantastic. And up next is Lewis Clark State College.
Hello. Okay, I'm going to share my screen here, and let's hope that we got it. Okay, well, my name's Jessica. I am with Lewis Clark State College. We are actually located in Lewiston, Idaho, and so we're just 2 hours south from you guys. So if you know where Pullman is, go about 30 minutes south from there, and we are there. We're separated by the River of Washington with the Clearwater River. We have the Snake River. We're also a smaller campus. We have about 3,700 students on our campus. So we are that smaller size, depending on what you guys are looking for. If you want a bigger school or a smaller school, that's kind of what we are. We also offer up to 4-year bachelor degrees as well as associate degrees. And so we have a wide array of different opportunities for you. These are some of our programs that we have. And so if you want to go the accounting route, you can do that. For CPA, if you want to move forward after that, going on to your MBA, we have nursing and health sciences. That's a very popular degree program with us, as well as elementary education. That's actually how LC started being a college, is we only taught people how to be teachers. And so that's really the core of our foundation. We also offer career and technical programs. And so if you're looking into welding, diesel, auto, CNC machining, more of those hands-on degree programs, we have those available as well. And like I said, they're very hands-on. We help you find internships within our community as well. And then we also have hospitality management, paralegal, which again are very hands-on opportunities for you that are 2-year degrees. So if you do have more questions, you guys can message me at the end. I'll have some of my contact information if you want to know more about some other programs that we might offer. So to apply is super easy. It's completely free. After you apply on our website, you will go ahead and send in your high school transcripts. With everything going on right now, we are not requiring ACT or SATs. However, we are going to need some type of test to have you placed in classes once you register. So I still encourage you guys to take that if you haven't already. But yeah, send in your high school transcripts. And then we kind of go from there. I'll help you along the way with your next steps. For some of our scholarships, if you guys have above a 3.0 GPA, you will automatically qualify for our WUI scholarship. And so our out-of-state tuition is $20,000. However, if you qualify with above a 3.0 GPA, that can bring your tuition down to about $10,500, which I think is very affordable. To be eligible for this, you just have to apply and then send your 7th semester transcript in or your 10th semester transcript by March 1st. I really try hard to help you guys to make sure we have everything in on time. We also have another scholarship you see here, the Achievement Scholarship. So if your GPA is a 3.5 or higher, or those test scores that you receive, you can qualify for an extra $2,000 scholarship, and that can be annually. And so that would make your tuition down to about $8,500, which again, I believe is so affordable. A lot of times we say because we are a smaller school, it kind of has that private school feel at a public price. And so we really take that into account. And of course, you can apply for other scholarships. You see here, we have our general scholarship application. That is also due on March 1st. So that scholarship opens December 1st, but March 1st is the deadline for transcripts and all of that to help you with scholarships. For our campus housing, we actually do not require students to live on campus. I really encourage you to, but we have lots of different options. We have the traditional style dorm rooms where you share a bunk bed with somebody else, or we also have suite style dorms. So if you're not sure if you kind of like your space, we have basically, you can live in an apartment, have your own bedroom, share space with 3 other guys or 3 other girls. And so it's a fun way to be on campus, get the feel of everything, but still have your own privacy if that's what you want. So those are options for you. Those are first come, first serve because we do not require students to live on campus. Our housing opens up November 1st. And so typically we have a wait list starting around April or March. So I encourage you guys, if you're wanting to live on campus, to get that in. We are still allowing campus visits. And so like I said, we're only 2 hours away. So if you are considering LC, I really encourage you to come and do a visit. As Lindsay was saying previously, it's all about how you feel on a campus. Make sure that you like where you're going. If you go on the campus, have that feel. We are requiring masks, so if you do come, we encourage you to wear a mask when you are on campus to have that. Unfortunately, we are not allowing people to tour the dorms just because we do have some students living in there right now. We want to be able to keep our students on campus the rest of the year. If you can't come, we also have virtual visits that we can meet with. I also actually live in Coeur d'Alene, so I'm very close. So if you want to talk with somebody in person, we can also schedule something and I can come out to Spokane and meet with you at a coffee shop or somewhere to talk about some of your next steps. We do have a couple events coming up. And so we have our Discovery Day, which is where you can come to campus, tour different divisions, to see if it is a good fit for you, as well as the campus, and we'll do some other things. We have our Saturday visits as well. If you don't want to be able to miss school or anything, those are great opportunities as well. This is my contact information. Again, you can email me, call me. That is my Zoom link. I will be available afterwards for about an hour as well. So just let us know what you need, and thank you.
Great. And next we'll hear from North Idaho College.
Wonderful. All right. So my name is Sarah Schmelzer. I'm the enrollment coordinator here with North Idaho College. I'm happy to be with you guys today. North Idaho College is a comprehensive community college, and so we offer associate degrees as well as career and technical programs to support you with every step of the way. This is our campus right here, so we're just a short drive away from Spokane. You can always come over and tour as it's convenient. We offer tours daily at 10 a.m. Monday through Friday, and then other tours outside of that by special request, but unfortunately nothing on the weekends. Although we do welcome you to come onto the campus and enjoy it on the weekends if you have the time. As far as all these aspects, I'll kind of cover these briefly for NIC. We have about 5,000 students that attend our classes. Most of those students are going to be transfers. So they're going to do their core with NIC and then transfer onto a four-year institution. Also, many of our students are engaged in these kinds of programs. So it's going to be more of your adult education. Let's say you go out to work right after you graduate from high school. You still have some options to come back and get supported with brush up of that math and English. And then we have about 44 transfer programs. The predominantly popular ones are going to be business, education, social work. Those are the things that tend to be of most interest to many of our students. But we have, again, lots of options, and I'll talk more about those in our presentation if you choose to join us for that. We do work again with our partners, and beyond that, we do have those career and technical education programs. So you can get short-term training within either 1 year or 2 years, and even through our workforce training center, and that's right at the state line. So if you know where Cabela's is at, right as you cross from Washington into Idaho, that's where those courses are offered, and that's for apprenticeship programs. Short-term training can look like certified nursing assistant, which is another highly popular program that students can begin with, and then transition into more of like that transfer side of things. Other career and technical programs can be graphic design, can be automotive or welding, as you're seeing there in that image. And we just are starting our new dental hygiene program, which begins in the spring semester of this next year. We do partner in cooperation with our local institutions, Lewis Clark State College, University of Idaho, Idaho State, and Boise State in different facets, either from bachelor degree all the way through doctorate programs within Coeur d'Alene, so you don't ever have to leave, but that is for a select few programs, just not to mislead you. And this image that you're seeing there is actually where I'm located, as well as a couple of my partner co-workers are located from those institutions. Lots of hands-on training that we like to make sure that our students are provided with. Obviously, that was super challenging in COVID times, but we are able to engage students in that capacity now with that hands-on training. Even though it might be in limited capacity, you're still getting that hands-on training for a lot of those core programs. Again, cost is going to be concerning. We are a community college, and so we are lower cost of tuition. It's somewhat similar to staying in state and going to a 4-year or going to a 2-year. It's kind of right in between. So we're a little bit more expensive than the CCS, but we're obviously less expensive than Eastern Washington as an example. The price you're seeing on the screen there is actually private school cost of tuition at Gonzaga compared to what you would pay as an estimate for Eastern. And then you're going to want to look at the Washington rates. That's a special tuition rate that we have for Washington State residents. Since we're so close, we want to kind of sweeten that deal for you to be able to have additional options. Of course, our main campus is located there in Coeur d'Alene, so that's going to be kind of more to the lower right of the lake area. And then our workforce training at State Line, I described that. And then our Parker Technical Education Center, which is more of our manufacturing trades programs, hands-on types of programs are going to be offered in Rathdrum. Plus we have one campus up in Sandpoint. We do have a residence hall, so that's an option for you to live on campus with us, but it's not a requirement. And currently we are also at half capacity just to make sure everybody stays safe and has lots of space to be able to be a successful student this semester. Lots of great support services, as you're seeing listed there, with advising if you're not sure about career fit, or maybe let's say you start classes and then you need to switch it up midway through. We can kind of help you navigate that. And we do have a free virtual career workshop, which you have available to you right now, even as you're in high school, depending on what grade level that you're in. We help you make sure that that kind of transitions properly. Also, the student support services can be a gateway if you've been involved in Gear Up or Education Talent Search or Upward Bound, or even in the AVID program. There's a couple different programs that kind of connect up for low-income first-generation students to make sure you're getting that support service to be successful across the way. And then finally, lots of great athletic programs at the college. You'll see listed there the men's and women's sports. We are part of the Northwest Athletic Conference, which is part of the same same athletic conference that you're going to see at the community colleges of Spokane. So if you routinely go out and watch them, you can easily come onto our campus and see those athletic divisions play with your teams. And then we have this new Student Wellness and Recreation Center that opened up just the fall of 2019. Goodness, it's just been a short time ago. And we also have lots of great outdoor activities to help you engage as a student. And then if you'd like to visit with me on my Zoom, this is my link right there. I'm looking forward to sharing more information with you or welcoming you on campus for a visit.
Great. And next we'll hear from Northwest Nazarene University.
Okay, thank you for being here today with me. I'm going to talk about NNU. NNU is a four-year institution, and we are in Nampa, Idaho. So we are just 20 minutes from Boise. So we kind of get to have the best of both worlds of being in a little bit of a smaller area, but also being a part of the Treasure Valley. Let's hear. So my name is Coco. I am actually from Eastern Washington. I went to Hanford High School, so grew up in the Tri-Cities. So I'm excited to work with you guys. And so yeah, we are in the Boise Valley. The next slide here. We have 80 plus four-year programs, and our average class size is about 15 to 17 students per professor. So if you're really looking for that hands-on experience, really getting to know your professor just in your undergrad experience, it's really a great place to be. So a little bit more about myself. I actually ended up coming here and playing basketball here at NNU. And so if you ever want like the personal experience about talking about NNU, I'm here to talk about that. My sister also goes here now. And so I have a political science degree, but I was also in the honors college. So honors college is another thing that you get to do here at NNU, and it's a great way to be a part of campus and everything. We also really, really want our students to feel at home here at NNU. So we have tons of events constantly happening that are free to you as a part of your experience. We do require that our students live on campus, and so most of our students are able to do that. We do have an off-campus application if that is what works better for you, and so we can work with you. But most of our students live on campus. We have different dorms available for students. Freshman year girls, you would live in the Ford Hall, and freshman boys, you would live in Culver Hall. So those are both the places that you would live. Right here is the girls' dorm, and then here is the boys' dorm. We are a Christian university. Now that doesn't mean that you have to be Christian to come here to NNU, but so we welcome people from all walks of life. We're really excited about that. But part of the experience here at NNU is we do have things like chapel, we have worship nights, all things that you can choose to be a part of and grow in your faith. We have 13 NCAA Division II teams. One of them, we have like basketball, we have soccer, we have golf, you know, lots of different things. I was actually on the basketball team, and it was super, super awesome. Since we are D2, we are in the GNAC. So we're the only school in Idaho for that. So we fly to most of our places that we play. So Alaska, Washington, Oregon, we play some California teams out of league. So we also have club teams, and so that is growing here at NNU. So if you're kind of in the in-between between, oh, I might want to play intramurals, or I might want to play, you know, NCAA, but we also have club. So if those are things that you want to do, you also can play club sports and play other colleges here in the area. Another big thing on campus is music, and you can be a part of it by having your degree in music, but you can also just be a part of the choir or the orchestra, whatever you want to do as just a for fun thing on the side. We also have lots of different worship bands on campus, so if you're interested in that, that's a great way to not only be a part of music, but also get a scholarship. So this year, our early action deadline is November 15th, but along with that, we are having rolling admission. So if you get your stuff to me today, everything, I can probably accept you today or tomorrow. We're really excited that this year being able to work with COVID, we're not requiring test scores this year. So you just need to fill out the application and then fill out or send me your transcript. So one thing that scares people a little bit about going to a private institution is the price, and it can seem more expensive, but we give out tons and tons of scholarships because we want to make it affordable for you to come here. So this is just an example of all the different academic scholarships that you can get. And On a normal year, we're taking your test scores and mixing that with your GPA to figure out what you'll get. But this year, we're just taking your GPA, figuring out what type of scholarship you can get, and then that can stack with music scholarships, athletic scholarships, or any other things that we will have this year as scholarship opportunities. This is a basic outline of what your scholarship may look like. These are the different prices. So if you come to meet with me a little bit later, I can talk a little bit more about that. We are offering visits, so if that is something that you would like to do, please, please, please come to campus. We're doing smaller groups, so no more than 4 people in a group as you go around campus. And there are limited buildings that you can go in, but you can still walk around all of campus. We'll talk about everything. Just make sure you bring your mask. We are requiring that. And one of the big things you can't go in right now is the dorms, which I know are things that usually you want to see. But we have pictures and talk to you about that. You can talk to students that live in the dorms just so you really know what kind of experience you're going to be getting. This is my contact information. Again, my name is Coco, and I'm excited to talk to you about NNU.
Great, thank you. And our last presenter for this hour is from the University of Idaho.
All right, let me go ahead and share my screen here. Okay, I think we're good to go. Hi, everybody. I'm Becky Byers, and I'm the Assistant Director of Admissions for the University of Idaho, and my office is actually located in Coeur d'Alene. Today, I'd like to provide you with some highlights about U of I, talk about our admission requirement updates, discuss WUI, and also provide you with some opportunities to get to know the University of Idaho and the Vandal family. But before we get started, I did want to mention that U.S. News and World Report just this last week actually announced that we're #1 of all public universities and colleges in terms of the best value in the Western United States. In fact, there are only 2 other public universities in the nation that are a better value, and they're University of Idaho, North Carolina, Chapel Hill, University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, and the University of Virginia. So we were really proud of that recent recognition. So if you are not familiar with the University of Idaho, we are a traditional residential campus in Moscow, Idaho, which is on the beautiful Palouse, as you can see in the picture. We have almost 11,000, 12,000 students, and it's actually throughout the state. We have students in Coeur d'Alene, Boise, and Idaho Falls, as well as online students, but the majority of our students are on the Moscow campus. The community is small enough to feel very warm and inviting, but the University of Idaho is large enough to matter in terms of the amazing work that our faculty and students are doing. We do have a 16:1 student-to-faculty ratio. Our students get a lot of personal attention. 2/3 of our undergraduate students actually participate in research and scholarly activity. We do have 94 different college majors to choose from in various areas, including business economics, engineering, art and architecture, social sciences, humanities, natural resources, just to name a few. But we also have a lot of times multiple study areas under each major. So that combined with minors and certificate options gives you over 300 academic options for your bachelor's degree. We also have special programs like ROTC, and then also an honors program, as well as a collaborative medical school called WWAMI. We do have law school in both Moscow and Boise if you're interested in being a lawyer. Our first-year students are required to live on campus for that first year in either a residence hall or our fraternities and sororities, which really creates a very vibrant campus life. For the residence halls, we actually have 4 different styles that you can choose from the traditional residence hall experience in the tower, which is only for first-year students, to the living and learning communities, which is more like apartment-style living. We have lots of options for you to choose from, even some options to be living with students that are in the same major or the same college as you if you'd like to. For fraternities and sororities, we actually have 34 different fraternities and sororities on campus, and the majority of those have houses on campus that you can live in. There's always something to do on campus and lots of ways to get involved. We have over 170 different clubs and organizations to join, as well as intramural sports that you can participate in. We are Division I in terms of our athletics, and we have 16 teams. Students graduating from the University of Idaho have a helpful network of Vandal alums to join, and our median mid-career salary for our graduates is over $97,000. Let's talk now about admissions and the Western Undergraduate Exchange. For fall 2021, like everybody, it's an atypical year for admission due to COVID. So what we're doing is, if you do not have an ACT or SAT score, if you weren't able to sit for that this last spring, we'll go ahead and admit you as long as you have a 2.6 cumulative GPA. We are still hoping that you'll take that test this fall or sometime this year, because we will use those scores to go ahead and place you in classes. But if you have that 2.6 minimum GPA, then we won't need that to admit you. We are a rolling admissions school, which means that we continuously take applications for students, but I would encourage you to apply and submit your FAFSA, your free application for federal student aid, by December 1st, which is our priority financial aid deadline. The application process is pretty simple. It can be done online, and there is a $60 application fee. Okay, so admitted students from Washington automatically will receive the Western Undergraduate Exchange. There's no separate application to apply for it. And as you can see, it saves you over $15,000 per year compared to our non-resident fees. We offer $30 million to our students every year in scholarships, and there's no separate application to apply for scholarships. So in addition to the WUI, we will automatically consider you for any U of I scholarships that you're eligible for. I always encourage students to visit as many colleges and universities that they are interested in attending if they can. And at U of I, we're going to provide lots of opportunities to do that. October 3rd and October 24th, which are both Saturdays, we are having an event on the Moscow campus called Envision. Registration for the 3rd, which is actually this upcoming Saturday, is closing on Wednesday. So if you're interested, you can go to our website and register to participate in that. But you can go down to Moscow for the day, learn about our academic programs, meet our students. We are kind of limiting the tours and the residence halls, as others have mentioned, but it is an opportunity to go to campus and learn more about U of I. We also have Meet the Vandals, which is normally an event in Coeur d'Alene each fall in November, but this year we're going to have that as a virtual event, and the date for that will be November 10th. It'll be an evening event that you'll be able to participate in, and you'll learn more, especially if you attend my Zoom session and provide your contact information to us after this event. Okay, so we do have daily campus tours Monday through Friday, plus certain select Saturdays, and they are limited on space. There's 10 students per campus tour. You can sign up for a tour on the website, but face coverings are required, and we are limiting, interaction on campus with our students just to keep them safe and to keep you safe. All right, I'd love to connect with you if you have any additional questions about the University of Idaho. So if you take out your phone, open your camera, you can use these QR codes to access our Vandal View Book and our virtual tour, and also my contact information. The View Book is basically an opportunity for you to receive a digital guide to U of I with all the information you'd like that's specific to you. And then also there's our virtual tour link on there. And then my contact information would download right to your phone. And it also includes the website you can go to if you'd like to make a one-on-one appointment with me, which I really enjoy. And I hope that also a few of you can join me for my Zoom presentation immediately following these presentations. And you can take a picture of that Zoom link if you don't have it. Thanks so much.
All right, thank you to all of our presenters, and we now have about 7 minutes available for our Q&A. So any participants who have questions for our panelists, go ahead and pop them in the chat right there, and do also address it to a particular institution if your question is specific to one of them, so they know to keep an eye out for it. So I'll just leave that chat box open and then pop back in a few minutes to wrap things up. And for any of the panelists, if the questions that you're receiving would be applicable to the larger group, feel free to read them aloud and also offer your answers aloud as well.
It was good presenting with you guys today.
They've all left.
All right, well, with that, we will just start to wrap up. And I want to thank all of our presenters and panelists for joining us. We had a healthy round of questions there at the end. And if you when you close this window in just a moment, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. And again, this is just one of many sessions we've got going on today, this week, all fall. So be sure to sign up for additional sessions. And in about a week, you will be able to find this session as well as all the other sessions. Those recordings will be available. So I'm going to say thank you to all of our presenters again, and I'm sure I'll be seeing some of you later in the day, but if not, have an excellent day.